I first came to know Judge Bill Clark in the late 1990s, actually as a result of EWTN. He had been watching my programs on defending life, and in response to one of those programs, he called our Priest for Life office. He wanted to make a comment about the program and I think order one of the materials that we were offering. And the staff was supposed to fill out these little response forms whenever somebody called in about the EWTN program. And one day as I was looking through these forms, I saw the name of Judge William Clark from Central California. So I called him back, and that began our communication and our relationship. He immediately invited me to come to his ranch to say Mass there at Chapel Hill. And one thing led to another in this wonderful friendship and relationship. He always made himself available, especially to the pro-life movement. And we agreed early on that we would host leadership retreats at Chapel Hill, and he opened up his chapel for that purpose. We would bring leaders in a couple of times a year, different combinations of national leaders, to build up the unity of the movement, to help the leaders get to know each other and to come together into the presence of the Lord to seek His strength and His guidance. I was privileged to welcome the new millennium with Judge Clark. We had a New Year's Eve party right there on his ranch, and then a sunrise service up at Chapel Hill to welcome the dawning of the year 2000. One of the things about Judge Clark that was always very striking was his humility, a very humble spirit, a servant spirit. He would always say to me when we would have conversations about the pro-life movement or gatherings at his home of pro-life leaders, he would always say, "Well, Father, we'll wait for your marching orders. You tell us what we need to do." He made himself and his considerable experience and wealth of knowledge, his strategic thinking, available to us in the pro-life leadership of the United States. He was someone who wanted to serve this cause because he recognized and spoke with us often about the primary importance of defending the right to life. Everything else collapses if we cannot defend the most fundamental right to life. He was persuaded of that. He saw the value of the pro-life movement, and he strove to support it in every way that he could. We certainly felt the impact of that support, and always the availability of a willing hand and a humble heart to help this movement, that of Judge William Clark.